We're gonna be high up. Don't you love a bluff? You get a great vista from a bluff.
I guess. I like holes and crevices.
Yeah, you got hole energy.
I've got holes.
You're really hole energy.
The sound of skittering. Okay, that's one way I can start it. And here's another way I can start it.
Okay.
Okay, you can do the moody, like the sound of skittering, the fetid stink of 1,000 rats droppings gathered in piles in a stank Dale basement. Or, okay, hold with me. Or I can go, when we last left our adventurers, they were in a basement.
I like that one. Second one.
Still not writing these in advance, huh, Aiden?
And improv training really...
As I say, are you ready to play some Dungeons and Dragons? I look down and there's no words written. I'm like, oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. When we last left our adventurers, they were in the basement of a one Mr. Doug Ray Biggins, the proprietor of the Broken Column, who has brought them into his employ to clear his basement of rats. Venturing down through the trapdoor, they lit their light, I believe, shone from a cucumber contraption created by one Maxim Highstrider.
Once again, it's not a cucumber. It could be anything. In this instance, yes, it's a cucumber. But the important thing is that it's a brilliant, luminant contraption.
But
okay?
why a cucumber?
Because I used a cucumber. Well, fine. Give me something else.
That's
Give me something. Give me something. What have you got?
What have I got? I've got.
I want to get through this so that we can fight these rats.
What have I got? A length of
Guys,
breath.
they're getting closer. I think maybe leave the cucumber for now.
I think I've got an ear of corn. That's barely better though.
No, it's not better. Unless the light shines out of every single kernel like a disco ball.
Would you like? Let's make it a disco corn.
Okay, well, this is going to take me out of the fight for some time.
All right, here you go.
Jonathan Tastely.
Hello.
Having used your powers of the gnomish bard, having used your powers of illusion to create a gigantic wheel of cheese, the rats.
It was a
wedge.
segment. It was a wedge.
It was a wedge. Okay, apologize. You got to keep me in line because I will run roughshod over everyone's.
Yeah, I'm hearing a lot of Aiden
someone's
out
phone or someone's got a device
somewhere.
Please hold for technical difficulties.
Is it coming out of your other headphone?
No, that should be in its...
Sorry about this. Yeah, no, I'm hearing echo of Eden's voice.
Oh, I'm not hearing that.
Eden, can you talk like sort of loud, normal volume again for a sec?
Are you getting echo?
I'm talking normal volume.
Can you hear
This
him
is where
from
the
over
sound
there?
is coming from. It's coming from your other earbud, maybe, or from your phone.
I mean,
do you have
How is
Twitch
this
on?
happening?
Or your iPad.
Oh, my iPad?
Is your iPad got Twitch open?
No.
It was.
Yeah,
What's going
maybe
on?
doing
I don't know,
it.
we're losing our minds.
Twitch, guys,
I
I'm
can't
sorry
hear it,
this
so
has
that's-
happened.
Hold on,
God,
let me
I'm
take mine
so
out.
sorry.
Keep going, Eden.
Oh, it's awkward. Just keep talking.
Hey, your
Am I
phone.
keep talking?
Admin chat.
Wait, how the fuck? Keep talking.
Keep talking.
Yeah,
I'm
it's your
talking
phone.
right
It's
now.
Demi.
Is that happening though?
It's Demi.
No, Simon, it's
But
one
like-
of your many devices.
But how can that be happening when I've got my headphone?
I don't know, but it's definitely.
Demi starts every single session going, these headphones are really, really good.
Hold on.
I know you're having trouble with yours,
Take
but
that.
these
Can
are
you
really...
hold that for a second? Eden, do it again.
I'm talking. I
How the
am
fuck
talking.
can that be happening though? When I've got
How
my
can
headphone
it be
in.
happening? Is it a Discord?
Maybe it's the thing that's confused because you've only got one in. I don't know.
Oh,
I
there's
guess I'll
echo
put the other
happening,
one in.
guys. I'm coming
Well, if
back
I
to
wanna
the chat.
speak to
I'm
you-
going to bloody talk to the
You've
chat.
got yours in that
Yeah, but
ear.
I've got good ones. I got
Chat,
beats.
let's talk.
I've
Let's
got
rap.
beats. Alright, I don't know how the fuck
okay.
that
Admin
can
chat.
happen.
Admin chat's over. Admin chat's over.
Sorry,
Thank
guys.
you. Wait, we're going back
Very
into the thing?
unprofessional.
Yeah.
A little snippy? Okay, here we go. Snippy. Okay, so where were we? Okay. Jonathan Tastely, the gnomish bard. Is it working? Am I echoing?
It is, but I just don't know what we're going to do about it.
Why don't you just put... Because it wasn't
Just
like
throw
doing that
the
over
phone
here. Just
out
put it
into
you
the
can just put it
hallway.
here.
It's like the phone's
Just throw it in the
bad.
hallway.
Well, that's where my D&D is.
It's got,
What are we
I'm
going
glad
to do?
that everyone's having fun. It's all going wrong, but everyone's having a good time. And I
think we just ignore it.
Is it that bad?
People.
Yeah, I
Is
can
it
ignore
wrong?
it.
Can you turn the sound down on your phone? Turn the
Hold
volume
on.
all the way down.
It can't be.
Me?
Not you.
Hold on.
Turn
Hey.
the volume
talk.
off on your phone.
But that's
Okay, there
because
I
I
am.
took this out.
Oh yeah, you don't need to listen to
it's
anything.
not connected
Just
to
need
your
to listen to
You can listen to
headphones.
Eden, yeah.
Yeah, but it didn't.
Oh, yes,
The
why
only
some
reason it was playing out loud was
Bee
because I
Guardian?
had this out of my ear.
Oh, okay.
So I
like
don't
that
know why I can
Foxglove.
still hear it now.
The Bee
Oh,
Guardian.
it seems to be fixed.
Okay.
Sprig the Orb, thank you for your forgiveness. I do not.
It's coming
I
from
know
over
not
there.
what I've done, but I'm excited for Disco Corn.
There's nothing
If
coming
I'm
from over
honest.
here except for my headphone.
It's not coming from here though when I have this in.
Man, this was going so well, and now my life is over.
Can I just hear it coming out of your headphone?
I'm so sorry about this, Eden. I wonder what's going on with one of the cameras. I'm just
Can
gonna
you talk in?
How is this happening?
Maybe I'm
it
just
too
going to
loud
talk to
coming
the
out of my
chat.
headphone?
Chat,
Is it 'cause
talk
I'm
to me
deaf?
because they're
Yeah.
doing bloody silly buggers as per usual. We can review my headphones. I would say mine are doing the best right now. I would
But
say
it was
mine are
coming
the
out of your
best.
phone before.
Because
Yeah, but
they
that's
are
because I took
working.
this out, so it started
Oh,
playing it
right.
out loud.
The train is your friend. What am I? Does everyone like Wolfpack? Wolfpack rules.
I like
That
Wolfpack.
song back.
You know,
All
like
right,
God.
let's
Tom
play.
Cardi
Everybody
is
loves
like
Wolfpack.
Tom
We've
Cardi is like
Tom Wolf.
mad. Tom Wolf. He's the bonfire of the vanities.
When we started this, Eden, were you happy about playing D&D because it would mean that you wouldn't have to be the only one talking, and now we're all ignoring it, trying to fix this where you're having to Phil?
No, I'm used to it. I'm totally used to it. I'm talking to Scriggly Orb
It's
right
gone
now.
now.
Is it on?
Yeah.
Okay.
It feels good to be the only professional. Honestly, I got to take what I can get.
And it's
Star
rare
Silver,
as well for
little
Eden.
recap of the last episode. Okay, that's smart. That's smart.
All right,
Perfect,
we're
good
going to start
self, bro.
again. Snippy, 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 snippy.
All right.
Snippy, snippy. We got to start as man. That was all good shit.
It
What
was.
if I'm spent?
What about
What if
corn
I
disco?
spent my best juice?
Corn disco. We have corn disco.
Corn disco. Corn disco. Okay.
You were going to talk to me about my cheese.
I was
Where's your
talking about your
cheese?
cheese. Jonathan Tasteley
Hello. Hi.
created
Hi.
an illusion of the wheel of cheese, which the rats swarm through.
Aiden, I don't want to pull you up, but you
What?
said, okay, recap, good idea, and then you got distracted.
And
You
I
got-
didn't recap.
Yeah, you
okay,
didn't
okay,
recap.
okay. On episode 1 of Eden's Wrath, or my working title right now is Tastely, Highstrider, and Hedge. The Adventures of Tastely, Highstrider, and Hedge.
Oh, I like-
which
don't
is
hate
kind
that.
of
That's
fun.
nice. It sounds
Nice. It's a
cute.
little twee.
It's a little tweet. Okay, well, we'll keep workshopping. I don't.
You're just a little shit today.
Yeah, you Wes Anderson motherfucker.
Wes Anderson is my favorite filmmaker of all time. I wrote a thesis on Wes Anderson.
Oh,
He
man.
knows Tweet. Simon knows Tweet.
Mm-hmm.
Good God, Simon's
on
eyes
a
are blue.
high
Yes, they
bluff.
are. Somebody wrote it in the chat.
Simon only
Doing
sees
it for someone.
compliments for him.
Thank you, Rona.
I'd like a compliment,
Okay,
chat.
let's get rid of the chat.
No, not before my compliment.
Oh, are we waiting for a compliment?
No,
Demi?
we're just gonna
okay,
keep
I'm doing
playing.
the recap.
No.
Shaq, I'm doing the recap, and as soon as the recap's over, the chat is gone. It is over until the break. Okay?
Shaq is laughing.
That's fair. We're very distracted, but the chat's still up.
Exactly. That's why
I
you're
never
playing
get
silly
compliments,
buggers.
Demi.
Oh, that's a good one from Crunkphonigas.
Do
There
it.
you
You get a
go.
good. Okay, so
See,
this is what happened in the first episode.
Demi is very small.
That's all you get. There you go.
Oh,
Those
More
are all
comments.
non-compliments.
the most beautiful size.
Yeah, very
Comment,
small.
compliment.
All right.
I used to love to be the smallest in my family. I was the youngest for 8 years, and it was because I would get to crawl in through the window when someone lost their keys, and I felt very adventurous.
I used to get to be the one that was
like
rolled
Star-Lord.
rolled up in a blanket in the boot when we went to the drive-in.
What, to be free? To
Yeah.
like not pay for a ticket, right?
Yeah, and then
okay.
also because we wanted to see like not Jason Goes to Hell, but one of the Freddy versus Jason is what we were seeing at the drive-in, and they were like, "You're technically not allowed to see this, so we'll just push you in the boot." So
We just dressed you in this dog costume.
Nice. Recap. Okay, so when we last episode was episode 1, and we met our hero, the bugbear paladin Edward Hedge, the gnomish bard Jonathan Tasteley, and human artificer Maxim Highstrider met upon a high bluff, where, in a deadly duel to the death, Edward Hedge killed a fellow bugbear and took from his opponent a magical amulet, or at least a holy amulet, matching his own. Why are they the same? He doesn't know yet, but maybe he'll find out this episode, or maybe in a later episode. Maybe we're burying the lead and it'll come back quite a lot later. Who can tell? And going into the town of Rhapsody, which is a small frontier adventure town on the edge of nowhere, they went into the Broken Column, a tavern where its proprietor has brought them into his employ to clear his basement of rats, where they find themselves now. Rats swarming over an illusory wedge of cheese because, Demi, the rats see, or rather smell, straight through your illusion. You might have fooled a foolish man, but bats are virtually blind.
Did you say
And
bats?
so going... Yeah, bats. That's what I said. I've changed them. It's the internet. No, it's they're rats. I meant to say rats. I misspoke.
Their
That is on
wings
me.
fell off and they all turned into rats, I guess.
So...
But I
the
think that I
rats-
get. Okay, go on.
Do you know that the French word for bat is chauve-souris, which means hot mouse?
Sexy mouse.
Is that why he's flying around like they're on fire? Like
Hot mouse.
combat.
It might not be hot mouse, it's something mouse.
Well, then I think that I should get the drop on them because they were temporarily distracted.
Okay, well, it is in fact your action, Jonathan Tasty. What would you like to do?
Yo! I want to.
There are rats swarming toward you.
What have I got? What am I gonna do? We haven't had a long rest. I've got no spells left. Fuck!
You
I
still
want.
your spells? Ooh, Yahtzee.
Yeah,
You
can.
got
I'm gonna just. What's my damn weapon? Oh, I've got like a longsword, don't I?
sure do.
Do you feel
I'm
like
gonna-
that's an effective weapon to kill a horde of rats with?
What do you suggest, David?
I don't know. Not. Are you going to stab them one at a time?
No, I'm gonna do a fork.
You going to do a fork?
I'm gonna do a fork.
All right. Okay, go for it. Do it. You know what the fuck do I know?
I was gonna do a fork through them, Eden.
Okay, yeah, they're swarming towards you. You can almost surely hit more than one if you do. And if you're using it with two hands, you're going to do a D10 damage, which is more than you do with one hand.
Okay.
So make an attack roll.
Okay. 19 plus.
Oh, and roll that damage.
And how do where's the 10?
Roll a D10, and you add your strength.
All right, rolling a D20, twin, rolling a twin. Did you see it?
Maths. Doing maths on stream.
It was 8.
Oh, you rolled an 8? Oh, it
and
pops
what's
right up.
my strength? It's
Um,
I don't know. It's +1.
okay, well that would be 9, wouldn't it? There you
Yeah.
go. You could just add, yep, great. So 9 damage. You swing your blade and just slice a bunch of rats. Flipping up, there's blood, there's rat blood.
Yeah.
Tasty, tasty rat blood. It's good. You've got the thirst for killing now.
Didn't
the
think it was gonna work,
red
but
comes
good
into
flock.
the eyes.
Thank you.
What was the flock?
It was a good flock.
Well flocked. Mr. Edward Hedge, it is your turn. Who would you like to attack?
funny you should mention tasty rat blood. I just quickly googled do bugbears eat rats? And it says here that they will eat anything they can kill, including sentient beings. So I'm going to
I wish you hadn't said it like that.
I'm going to... Also somebody... I mean, the next thing that came up was... bugbears can just walk into town. But anyway,
We'll
what
see.
I'm going to try and do is get down and start like hunting and eating with the hope that the rats will get a sense that there's a predator and
Recognize an apex predator.
recognize an apex predator and disperse.
Okay.
So
Okay,
would that
that
just
they'll
would
be
that be
afraid.
would that be an unarmed strike, or what do I have to? What should I roll for that?
You're going to make an unarmed strike, but I'm going to let you use your bonus action to make another unarmed strike because you've got 2 hands, so you can maybe gobble 2 rats if you hit.
Okay, all right. Wait, this is only good
Feels
for
like,
2 rats.
feels like the flock was more effective.
That's sort of. You're
Well,
just
you've
gonna
only
grab
got
him in
2
your
hands.
2 hands.
Well, no, I've got a mouth
He's got
as
a
well.
mouth. That's 3. He's got
Yeah, 3.
prehensile
Okay,
feet.
but
That's
you're getting crazy.
Yes.
Okay, you
I
get
can
2
roll for
attacks.
mouth?
Don't get...
I have
roll
a
for
No,
memory
you don't
as
get
well.
a mouth attack. You get a hand
How do we
in the
feel
mouth.
about feet attack, Eden?
No, that's dumb.
I feel like I have
attack.
a memory that we somehow attached a hand to this bugbear's penis as well, and I don't know what. Maybe I dreamed that.
That's not.
I don't think we
That's not what
attached
happened.
and
I
to
don't
What are your
Simon's
attack rolls?
outrageous penis.
I think we imagined it on there.
No, I don't think we did imagine it.
I might have dreamed it. I've been dreaming about goblins.
That doesn't shock me. Simon, what is your attack roll?
So that's a 14 or a 10. Does a 10 catch a rat?
Yes, the 10 catches a rat. You make 2 hits. What damage do you do?
Okay, I hit for 4 for one and 4 for the other.
Oh, you gobble 2 rats with a hand.
Oh, that's
you
just-
reach out.
Ugh.
Why,
Throw a rat in your mouth and
why are
you
you
gobble.
being weird? Why aren't you fighting them normally like
Can
we are?
I also roll an intimidation? Does intimidation come into that to the rat? Can I roll an intimidation?
The rest
roll?
of the rats,
They're-
we'll see
they're-
how many get intimidated because he just ate 2 of the brethren.
And then maybe we can see where they run to and explode their nest with a dynamite.
These
Do we
rats
have dynamite?
have these rats have the blood frenzy. They've got nowhere to go.
Okay, but
They're coming for you, Hedge.
but they're not intimidated by a predator.
No. This
And do
is
I catch-
fucking D&D, bro. You don't scare people off.
Do I
okay?
catch-
You
What
can.
about
you should-
intimidation?
You can. There's intimidation.
Intimidation's for like you could probably intimidate the guys upstairs. These are rats.
You don't think that even in real
Okay.
life that I've intimidated a rat before.
about-
I've intimidated
What
a rat
about
before.
deception?
I lived in New York City, baby.
Switch on a light, you intimidate a rat. Rats are fucking easy.
I've been to
in New
Miles'
York
house.
City.
We tried to drown one in his floor. That's what,
Okay,
Do you know what floor is?
you can roll.
Huh?
You can
Do you know
roll
what
an
floor is?
intimidation
His floor.
check.
Don't let them bully you, Eden. You said that they can't.
Yeah, they are
Drown in his
bullies.
floor?
I know, and I'm
Was that
saying
for his
I was proud of you because you stuck to your guns, and now you're folding. No, they can't roll for intimidation
Why
because
not?
you said they can't, and you're the
I don't wanna
dungeon
fold.
master.
Yeah, I'm the man. I'm the boss here, Dave. It's your turn.
All right, can I roll for? Can I make them
I
roll
got
for
19
intimidation?
for intimidation, just so you know. No,
Okay,
22.
what action-
I think you have to. I
22.
think you have to use an action if you want to use a skill like that. If you've attacked, that's used your action. Isn't that? Is that it?
Well,
Is
it's
that the
2 in
rule?
1. You have to intimidate by doing an action.
No. There is no 2-in-1. There is action economy.
Yeah,
okay?
this is what I'm saying.
2-in-1 is not as what?
I think here's how you would have gotten away with it with him. You should have been like, I grab 2 of the rats and I eat them. Does that intimidate the rest of them? Because then he wouldn't have made you do
Or-
an attack.
Yes.
You
Or
need
with
to trick
the
him.
purpose of intimidation.
Well,
Yeah.
that's
I don't
exactly
know.
what I said at the top of this, Aiden. If you are listening,
I've been listening the whole time. You rolled
Do
the
it, do
intimidation
it.
check. Look, the rats are intimidated and they respond by attacking you. That's what they do.
right?
Is it my go, Eden?
Look, yes, it is your go, and I want to say something.
Yeah.
I want to address the bugbear in the room. Simon, I'm talking.
Just call him
That was
Simon.
not-
He's your friend.
Don't say that like I'm not your friend as well.
You invited
You
him.
brought him.
Look, you know what? I came into this stream thinking, you know what? I'm finally going to teach them to play D&D. But you know what's happening? Maybe you're teaching me how to play D&D.
Yeah.
Whoa. Wow. Deep.
But
I know
also,
it's less
Aiden, if
deep
you want
when
to
I
teach us
say
to play
this.
D&D, don't just say no to us. Explain.
I
it.
That's
know.
what I'm saying.
I've got to say yes. I've got to say yes and. Okay. Yes.
I think your point, Eden, because I agree with
Yes.
you, is the action economy. So the only problem there is because the action was used to do damage, the action is not used to intimidate.
But I asked him what to do, and I
You have
said,
to
would that
trick-
be an unarmed strike?
You have to
Yeah,
trick
you
him.
have to trick
You have to
him.
trick him. You have to say, I pick up 2 of the rats and I eat them both.
I just
and the intention is to intimidate.
I don't want my relationship with my dungeon master to be one not based on trust.
He's not going to let you do fuck all if you keep that attitude.
Well, then he's going to have to DM a very boring game of rat eating.
All right.
I eat 2 more rats. One by
It's
one,
not your
I gobble
turn.
them down.
It's Dave's turn.
Dave ceded his turn to me.
No.
Okay, you ready your rat eating mouth. Ready your rat eating mouth, and then you'll be ready to eat some more.
Well,
Also, will that give me hit points back if I eat a rat? Wait, are they magic rats?
No, they're not magic rats.
Is that
They're regular rats.
They're just regular rats?
I don't
They
even
turned
know
into
how-
bats before.
I quickly grab out of one of my backpacks or something
Some
like
salt and pepper shakers.
Yes.
like a weird tube and pull it out of its the little.
Why do you have a weird
I have
tube?
a little backpack.
Just born that way, all right?
Yeah. Back off. No, it's out of my Artificer's kit, and there's a little.
That's what he calls his pants.
Yep.
It's got a little ferrule on it, and it pulls off.
A what?
Ferrule?
Ferrule.
What's a ferrule?
It's the crimped end of a tube. I've been doing a lot of electronics recently.
A ferrule is a Modigliana
Oh, it's in
or a...
ferrule.
Yeah, sorry?
As in F-E-R-U-L-E.
Ferrule. Yeah, I might be mispronouncing it. Ferrule?
A
I was pitching
ferrule,
Modigliana the cat.
Yeah, that's what I...
I pull out a little tube and starts hosing, like a little geyser of grease starts spurting out everywhere, just glugging up the rats and making them try to slow down as I start backing away towards the edge of the trapdoor.
You cast the grease spell. So
Yes,
what
I
does that do?
Yes, I do, Eden. I cast the grease spell.
Love that, Dave. What does it do? What?
It
So
makes
they get
Dave
all
real
sticky.
excited.
So
It makes
does
he
three-
casts the grease spell, and
Does-
suddenly he's like blonde and hot, and he's wearing
Yeah.
like a...
He's automatic. He's systematic.
Yeah.
He's hydromatic.
no, it does three things. It covers the entire.
Hydromatic, automatic.
It covers the entire basement full of a thick grease that makes it all difficult terrain.
If Ben Jenkins was here,
Half speed movement. Any of the rats standing in the area or start ending their turn inside the basement, and you guys as well have to make dexterity saves, Dex 13, or you will fall over. I think I do too, as well, to be honest. And I
Just the
hope
silly buggers.
it makes the rats so disgusting that he's going to stop eating them because it's grossing me out.
Right, I got an 11 plus 2, so that's a 13 for Demi.
Yes, you're fine. I got a. Well, let's not
Your
worry
plus.
about that.
You should be rolling in D&D Beyond.
I fall over, I guess.
surely you're not putting it under yourself.
Yeah, no, I don't need to roll for myself, do I, Eden? Surely not.
Well, you explain what it said.
I have to put it in a 10-foot square base centered on a point. Yeah, I do have to because it would fill the whole basement, I
Yeah.
guess. So yeah, I fall over, Eden.
He falls on
Are
his
you
penis.
Are you happy? Are you satisfied? I fall on my dick. Is that what you want
Falls
to
on
hear?
his-
Falls
Right
right
on
on
his
his
tube.
penis.
I didn't want anything. I didn't want any of this to happen, Dave.
Well-
I just wanted us to have a nice time
Oh, well,
together.
now Dave's got grease in his pants and all
Yeah.
over his balls.
Thanks
so.
a lot, Eden.
I got a
Thanks.
16.
Dave,
Okay,
you have fallen.
Everyone stays up except for me. Okay, roll for the rats,
No.
Eden.
Roll
Let's
for
see.
the
The
rats.
rats are also fine.
the
I
rats-
assume.
I blast
rats-
myself with grease and fall on my dick.
The rats roll a natural 1, so they
Yes.
all get slippy and slimy, and they fall over, so they're gonna lose their next action.
Now that's
But
bacon
as-
grease, you weird bugbear. So chow down on that. I bet you fucking like it.
Too
As
slippy.
you fall, Dave, as you fall,
Yeah.
I'd like you to make a dexterity check, please.
Again, a second one.
A saving throw or a check?
Mm-hmm.
Or a check?
A saving throw, a check. Check.
You
Check.
can whatever you're best at, Dave.
Check. All right.
Check.
I will make a dexterity check, and I got a 15.
Okay.
Why do I
Good
have
luck,
2
Dave.
backpacks?
One for
You
the front, one for the
are
back.
lucky.
Ah, I got a front pack.
Or one for the top
Dave,
back, one for
how
the bottom
come
back.
it said 6 when it came up on D&D Beyond?
Because
Dave?
what happened is you saw me roll a dice. I started to roll, and then I was like, I
Okay,
don't
you
need to
rolled the
fucking
dice,
do that.
you rolled
I've
the
got
dice.
Yeah.
Okay. I
That's
respect the use of
suspect.
physical dice.
You're suspect.
Interesting.
Yeah, you.
As you fall over, Dave, you
Oh,
see
my dick and balls.
Oh, they're covered in grease, so slippy they are.
you see a stepping out right next to your head, a foot,
Oh.
a foot the size of a human, but it belongs to a rat. It's a little rat. It's a little rat foot, but it's a big rat. It's a giant rat that has stepped out.
Well,
It was-
is
it
it
was
a big
good
rat or is it a
description,
small
right,
rat?
Demi? You
I'm
like
very
that?
confused. You're sending real mixed messages.
What size is this rat?
There is a
Eden?
giant rat
Okay.
Yeah.
who's stepped out, and he's attacking you right now, David.
How
That's
tall
what's
is this
happening.
rat?
He's
Name a
as
dog that
tall
is
as
a-
Jonathan Tasteley.
Okay.
Like
St.
3.5
Bernard,
feet
like a
tall.
St. Bernard?
No, I mean not as long, but
Just say
as
St.
tall.
Bernard.
It's a Saint Bernard, is it? It's
It is
a
a St. Bernard.
What
Just say
is
St.
your
Bernard.
armor class?
My
Oh,
armor class. Oh, it's not great.
He nibbles out at Highstrider.
Yeah, no.
Oh, it's a hit, my dude.
Okay. You don't want to hit
Oh,
my
I'm
armor class
sorry.
then?
Well, I rolled a 23.
Okay, it's a hit, my dude.
You take 3 nibbling damage as the
Ugh.
giant
No.
rat nibbles on you,
Ugh.
and the
Hey, Ian, surely
swarm.
we've leveled up by now, surely, right?
No, absolutely not. When would you have done that in this one day of adventuring that you've done?
I mean,
when would
it's
you have
been a
leveled
good
up,
day.
Dave?
It's been an
What have you
afternoon.
learned? Tell me what you've learned.
No, not to cast the spell. I'll tell you this one thing. I'm getting rid of this spell.
Oh, I'll tell you what, I won't be greasing my dick again anytime
Perhaps
soon.
some kind of cage for my balls.
The swarm of rats are wriggling and grizzling in the grease, so they miss their action,
Oh, wonderful.
trying to inch towards you, and we are back to Jonathan Tasteley.
I got a fucking question. Is he
Yes.
still? He's scrungling around in the grease still.
Wrestling
Yeah,
with
he
a
hasn't
giant
got-
rat, I think.
He
All the
hasn't gotten
rats.
up yet. It's not
So
his
he's
turn.
in like the puddle of grease then.
Yeah, he's a greasy boy.
Pissed.
It's on his dick and balls.
I was gonna try and like set the rats on fire with the grease, but if he's in the grease as well, that ain't gonna fucking work.
I think you will set him on fire. Yes,
Yeah,
that
so
is
how-
your summation.
How far away then am I from all of the rats?
You're about 5 feet. It's close. You've been able to step back because they're so greasy. You
Okay.
jumped back when you passed your, but they're inching towards you,
How
or
far
rather,
away? Yes.
Hmm?
But
go on.
we
Oh,
no.
no.
Chop suey.
Voilà.
So
Sexy mouse.
how far away from Big Rat then?
10 feet.
Oh,
He's
okay.
standing over Maxim Highstrider.
Okay. Well, I feel like the little rats are not really the issue right now then. Like,
There's a big rat. You've got
there's
big
a
rat
big rat.
problems now.
Okay, well, how close am I to a wall that is not close to the rat?
It's a pretty crowded basement, but so the wall is right on your left. Your
Alright.
back's basically to the staircase.
Well, then I'm going to use the grease to get extremely quickly over to Big Rat by pushing against the wall and surf sliding on my boots.
Like a
and-
penguin?
Like
Right.
what?
Like a penguin?
Like a penguin. And,
A penguin? A penguin?
Yeah, and I guess I'm going to do it with my longsword, like kind of over my head, directed at the rat's throat.
Okay, great.
Do you think the throat is at the top of its head?
Yeah. It's like
Okay,
one of them
so
upside down
Demi-
headed rats. Yeah.
Demi, let me run this by you, and by let me run this by you. Let me tell me how you feel about this.
Okay.
Okay. So I want you to make a dex check. If you
Okay.
pass the dex check, you've slid so good you get advantage to attack. But if you fail the dex check, you're slipping and sliding, so you get disadvantage to the attack.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yes.
To see how good you slide. So make a dex check for me.
Hang on. How do I do? Where do I do that in here? Do I
These
do
are
it up?
skills. So unless
Oh,
you're using
those are
balance or
skills.
something, you would
No.
be the dexterity skill.
Oh,
You
there,
just
okay.
press on
I got it.
your dex stat, and it'll roll it.
It's a 6.
Okay, so that's fine, but you slide over, but you're like, whoa, you're wobbling, so you got to make an attack roll with disadvantage.
Okay.
So roll 2 dice,
All
pick
right.
the lowest.
I'll just do it on here.
Okay, roll it twice for me. First attack, armor class 12 on the giant
Roll.
rat.
That's
Jonathan
a
Tasteley.
12.
Okay, gotta roll me again. Roll me
Roll.
one more
Hit. 10
time.
was gonna hit.
Roll
And
me one
that's,
more
and that's a
time.
9.
Ooh, you slide past and you miss because it's so, but you're in combat with the giant rat.
And
now.
I immediately,
Edward Hedge, it is your
immediately
turn.
kick my friend in the
not my
nuts.
ball!
Do I have is the rat standing up or is it writhing on the ground?
I think I'm wrestling it,
There's
aren't
lots
I?
of little rats writhing, but there's one giant rat
But is it
standing up.
Standing up? Okay, so do I have a clear shot with my javelin?
Yeah, you could jab him. You could
Yeah, I'm gonna
jab him
that-
right in the jab.
Jab that rat. So
Jab that
that's a
rat.
heroic 18. Does that hit the
Oh,
rat?
that hits. Get that rat.
And that hits for 9 damage. 9
Oh.
rat damage.
You skewer the javelin slides directly through the rat's chest, and he looks at you in the eye, and he reaches out, and he's like, and falls on his spear,
wow.
and his
Ooh.
jab pops back out. He's maximum dead. It is now your turn, Mr. Highstrider.
So the giant rat I was fighting is dead.
It is
So
dead.
she's
It's just
correct.
fallen on top of you.
Oh, great.
I call this the hide.
Oh, I call.
You're calling the hide?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
call
yeah.
the cops.
Well, I'm calling this the bloody bunch of people getting attacked and hurting their balls in a basement. but great.
Well, we didn't
We'll,
go to double.
we'll workshop later. When I fire at the rats.
Okay, there are rats. Yes, fire at the rats. Go for it. I'm class 10.
21.
Boom.
Wait, what's your weapon, Dave?
It's a musket.
So it has a single
It's a
ball.
gun.
One ball.
It's got
No,
one
no, no,
single
no.
lead ball. That's what a musket is, isn't it?
Yes, I can kill one rat. I'm looking for one that looks like it's the ringleader. A rat.
You don't think it's the dead giant one?
Yeah, I think I already.
No, he's the muscle. There's
I've
always a
already,
smart one at the
dealt with
back of the
that one.
hive.
It's dead already, Dave.
No. You see that one over there? That one's he's looking like he's up to something, and he's very, let me tell you, when you've got a musket versus rat, it shouldn't take too many shots, but we'll see how we go. A musket, I'm just
See if you can line up a couple of rats in a line so you can get as many as
that's a
possible.
good
Oh,
idea.
yeah, I'm trying to get 2 rats.
You
in
can like
one
lying
shot.
on the floor.
Go for it.
Wait for it.
And
Wait
then
for
having to like
it.
shove that stick down the end of it.
You may as well just use the musket to like whack them.
right.
No. I have a system. And
Why don't you try and pick them with your cucumber?
Oh, well,
Dave,
Plus-
what is going on with your maths brain right now?
no, it's not that. I was trying to get my character sheet up. I think I'm going to print it off. I find it so hard to use this
it's
thing.
alright.
I don't like using
Guys,
the phone.
I should be
either.
nicer. I'm sorry about my head.
That's
Guys, iPads are really good for it.
Yeah.
I
should get
got
that.
a 8 plus 2 is 10 points of damage to a single rat.
Ooh, but because they're writhing and wriggling in the swarm, you rip through like 6 of them.
Whoa.
Such is Maxim
Whoa.
Highstrider's skill.
The trick is
You-
ricochet.
9 points of damage.
But you feel
9
pretty
or 10?
stupid
It
eating a
was
rat
10.
now. 10 damage.
The rats, pissed off that you've killed so many of their friends, swarm towards you, Highstrider.
No.
And
What
they- and
about
they-
my friend that was eating you?
Here they go. Ooh, 17. Does that hit?
It does. It's 17 hits. Yeah. Their movement speed is fast enough because they're running through difficult terrain.
They're actually like swimming up the river of grease onto your dick and balls.
Not my
and
dick
they're
and balls.
starting to chow down on you. They only do 1 damage.
I'm gonna
nibbling
punch
upon
all
your-
of the rats that are on his dick and balls.
All right, it is your turn, Jonathan Tastely.
All right, how many rats
he's
is
being
left?
Swarmed.
How many rats is
Being
left?
crotch swarmed.
How many rats is left?
There's about 4 or 5. 5.
Okay.
Swarming all over his dick and balls.
All right, I'm gonna cast.
I always tend to design my characters with a certain dignity hidden.
It evaporates so quickly,
It's called
Dave.
tempting fate, Dave.
Yeah, I'm gonna hang on. Wait.
So there's only
You're
5
gonna
rats
hang on?
left.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Can I get them all?
Just eat them.
I'm not
Don't
gonna
eat them.
eat
They're
them.
covered in bacon grease.
Pigs on a blanket.
Can I
of grease.
Can I cast vicious mockery on the rats?
You can mock these rats so vicious. What are you gonna say to them?
All right, I'm gonna be like, hey, you little cunts, get off of that weird little dick and get over here and face me like the men you aren't.
Why am I
you-
catching strays in this?
You little cunts. Get it. What are you doing?
I'm just checking.
Why?
Because I'm just looking at how the spell works.
Don't bloody snoop. I'll check your
It's a
spells.
saving throw. So, Demi.
And you taste. Do they taste good or?
No, they taste horrible.
And
No,
you
they taste great.
And you taste normal.
It tastes great. It's rat meat.
Stop
It's meat.
spying! Stop snooping! You're not the DM this time! Snooping spire! Alright.
Demi, what is the saving throw against vicious mockery?
It is bink, bonk, dinkity donk, wisdom 12.
Dink, bonk, dink. DC 12 wisdom save. Okay. They're listening to these insults. They can pick up on the vibe of what you're saying.
You're a pack of little
Um,
cunts, look like a hamster with a worm shoved halfway up its ass. Fuck you.
That's very rude. Okay, so they fail. How much damage do they take? D4?
Yes.
D4
Yes.
plus anything?
Hold on. Where the fuck? What the?
I
Darren.
bet you wish I was looking now. I'd be able to help you.
How about you just think about your actions, okay? Because one day,
Your
Dave.
turn again.
Think about it, Dave.
Hold
Think
on,
about
back
it.
to my fucking spells. Vicious mockery. Okay.
Jonathan Tastely, Jonathan Tastely.
No, it's just Yeah, I think it's just 1d4.
Just straight up D4.
Yeah.
You know what I'm going to say, though? So that was an okay zinger. Demi, look, honestly, they take the damage, they're hurt. But if you come up with a real good zinger for your vicious mockery in the future, you can do double damage. You can do an
Okay.
extra dice with, okay? So really zing them.
I didn't know.
But that
what
was
I-
okay,
I
let's
didn't
be
know-
honest.
I didn't know that I would have to actually come up with it, so I should have thought about that. But
You
yeah.
don't have to, but you can get double damage if you zing them hard. in
Yeah,
the
I'll think
future,
about it
so
next
keep
time.
that
All right,
in
I'm
mind.
rolling my d4. It's a 4.
4. Oh my god, they are really wounded by that, and there is one single rat whose mind is not destroyed by being called a worm bum. Edward Hedge, he's looking up at you.
Is it on Dave or it's just on the ground?
He's right there. He's just, all of his friends are dead, and he's just sitting there dumbstruck.
I'm going to gobble you up.
All right, you got to touch. He's right. So you're gonna try and grab him off his Dave's crotch.
Yeah,
I don't know why we
Not
keep
Dave's
saying
crotch.
Dave's crotch. It's just
Dave's
sort of,
crotch.
it's sort of,
Of
it's
David
Maxim, I
Harmon's
think.
penis.
Yes, right off my mons.
What's your attack roll?
It's 14.
You hit him and pull and dangle him by his tail and gulp, take him down in
My
one
doctor says I shouldn't
swallow.
eat greasy food, but I'm going to make an exception.
And you have
And
done it.
I drop
All
I
of
put the
rats
hold it by the
are
tail,
defeated.
and I put it in my mouth, and I pull it out, and it's just a rat skeleton.
I think it should be a fish skeleton.
And a xylophone plays in reverse.
Well done. You have defeated all of the rats.
Nice.
I go to the king rat, and I just start skinning it with my...
Oh, God. Right now in front of us.
Oh, fine, I'll take it outside.
Yes. Take it outside. And don't tread grease all through the broken column.
Well, whose fucking fault is that?
Another point.
Fucking Greasy Max, that's your nickname now.
I just...
Oh, watch out for Greasy Max.
oh, look
Sorry,
out for
we...
Greasy Max.
We
Not my
fixed your
nickname.
rat problem,
Nobody
man.
called-
But
if you-
Greasy Max
My
down
name-
here filled your basement with...
If you see
Maxim
viscous fluid
Elminster
sliding around the
Highstrider.
ground, you'll know that Greasy Max has
Nobody
been.
calls me that.
Oh, a grease strider.
I just want to point out,
Hi, greaser.
I fought them like a normal person. You decided to eat them. You spent a lot of time
Excuse
talking
me,
to one rat until you made it cry.
Hey, javelin, the fucking king rat over here.
No, I did like that bit actually. Thank you for saving my life. Also,
You're fucking welcome.
perhaps you could use some of the magic of your despicable god to stop my balls bleeding. Is that something you could do?
Ow.
I don't have a
Why?
despicable god, thank you very much. And look after your own fucking testicles.
And why did those rats find your penis so delicious?
Actually,
Give a cheese weasel. He's got a cheese weasel, everybody.
Oh, Greasy Max has a cheese weasel.
no.
Greasy Max has a cheese weasel.
Greasy Max.
Jesus.
Oh no! Just like in the sanatorium.
And you hear a voice coming through the trapdoor, and it's like, "What's all this I'm hearing about Greasy Max and his cheese weasel?"
Greasy
Can I
Max
get
has a cheese weasel. I did a painting of it on my easel.
How did you already do that? We've been down here for like 10 seconds.
Do you like it though?
It's a
It's a
good
good
painting.
likeness. It kills me, but it's a good likeness.
Does that song give us any powers?
Bardic inspiration.
Dip in the
It's
bag.
Give it the
inspiration.
Bug.
You guys are double inspired. You guys have a D8 you can add to your roll because to your next roll because you're so inspired by the cheese weasel song.
Can I make a rat cloak have like the head of the rat
Ooh, that's
as a
good.
hood,
That's
and
good.
then the rest of it comes down behind it? I can't use my
You
inspiration.
can do it.
Can
You
you?
can
you,
borrow-
You can have the tail behind you? Or?
Yeah, tell behind me.
you could maybe put like a bulldog pin on the back if you don't want it to drag. But also, does it still have like the feet and the legs coming off?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, are the feet like tied around like or like clasped together, and that's how it does up.
Yeah, I
the
put
paws.
wires inside it so I can go like that.
Go like
Yeah,
that,
that's
and that's
nice.
around your neck. Yeah. We're having fun.
Okay. So this will take some time, but you can do that when you have a rest tonight.
Yes,
you can,
please, thank you.
can-
And until then.
So you're close to it.
Do you have any chemicals, Dave, to like stop it
Yeah,
from
I do.
stinking?
Yeah. Can I can help with that. I'll give him some preserving formaldehyde and stuff from my
Absolutely.
artificer's kit.
Thanks, Greasy Max.
But so you drag the. Are you skinning the rat in the cellar? Or are you
No,
gonna
I'm gonna
drag
take it
the
outside and yeah.
Whole... Okay. So you drag this giant rat carcass up the stairs, thunk, 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 and the Doug Ray Biggins, the proprietor, the oatmeal-colored proprietor of the Broken Column, is at the top of the stairs, and he's like, "Oh, yes, that's the one I was afraid of. Oh, you've bloody done it. Oh, brilliant. Just brilliant. I'm so happy. Oh, why do I smell bacon grease? What have you been doing down
Probably
there?"
important not to go down there. It's a bit of a work site. Just the important thing is that the basement is fine, and we fixed the problem. And you owe us some. You mentioned that we were going to get some money.
Look, no, I've given you.
Some
You can.
Cranthian artifacts. I believe you said something about giving us some Cranthian artifacts.
I think it's a dip in the
Why would
bug,
you-
didn't you?
Why would you think that I would have a Cranthian artifact? If you are looking for artifacts, the Rhapsody Adventurers Guild across the way will have a fine selection of things for you to procure with your monies. But look, I was going to go down there and make you some nice bean and salt pork stew, but it's so greasy down there.
Yes, it was like that
some
when we
oat-
got there.
I don't know whether it's rat grease or I'm not sure. It was very slippery when we came down, though. It's actually a miracle that we got
It's
to
a
kill
real
the rats.
work and safety thing down there. You're lucky we don't sue if I'm
It
honest.
actually came out of his tube.
What?
His tube. He took off a bit and the.
That's just a common bugbear saying. It just means I'm full of metal. That I fought well, came out of my tube. It's don't worry about that. That's just a normal bugbear slang.
What are you talking about? That's nonsense. It sounds like bloody Look, as long as there's no more grease coming out of any more tubes, I'm fine with it. But now that all that's done, and he slops you up 3 bowls of oatmeal, put some little raisins on top, he says, "Mr. Tastely, I was wondering when you were planning on giving your dissertation." And he gestures over towards the stage where where Mark Jazanthus, the pony, is still waiting and dolloping.
Oh fuck, Appetite! I forgot about Appetite.
But of course you could maybe you could do it in the morning or at night. But there is more of a crowd generally in the evenings. But it's totally up to you. You look covered in blood and grease.
Oh, well,
all
I
of you, if
am
I'm honest.
covered in quite a lot of blood and grease, and I would really like to just enjoy my
Oh, come on, I
oatmeal
think you can do it.
and
You're
have
excellent.
A bit of
You're-
a rest.
Tastely's just
and
being
my
shy.
leg has
I
been-
think if we all start clapping together,
Why do I have to
Tastely's
this
going
whole
to go
time?
onto the stage.
I don't remember what the dissertation was supposed to be
Tastely.
about.
Tastely.
Okay, Dave.
Tastely. You don't
Maxim.
do it.
So
I'm
Maxim
looking for
Highstrider.
mustache.
Maxim Highstrider start, and there's more folks that have come into the pub as
All
the
right.
evening draws in.
And I very sort of like in a very deft movement just sack tap him.
This character's really become like a Benny Hill character. I don't know.
All of the people in the bar kind of turn, and they wait for the chant to continue. But you've quietened up, Mr. Highstrider. It's not,
I've shut right up.
Yep.
you shut right up from that sack tap from your damaged parts. All right. Well, you guys can. He's like, well, oh, certainly. You know, the people hang in around here till at least, normally for another hour. But that's, but maybe if I tell them there's a show on, and the show's already started. The pony's the opening act. That's what I'll lead with. And, look,
Now I wonder whether I have.
I'll show you to your rooms, and you can freshen up. And I'll tell them the show's on in an hour or something. Yes, an hour. Yes, you can take a short rest, a literal and
short rest.
functional short rest.
Can I? Is there
What if we
anything?
wanted to take a long rest?
Is there anything that I can do to like make the pony dance while they're
you-
waiting?
If you've got animal handling, you can try and
It
train
is like a
him.
Crown of Madness. You could cast Crown of Madness on the horse, and it would dance, but it would suffer while it did it.
Hold on,
It
I
would
don't
be
know.
cruelty to animals.
I don't know whether I have animal. Where would that be?
In your skills.
My skills. Let me see. Animal
Skills.
handling. Animal handling.
handling.
I do.
Animal
I mean,
handling.
it's a +0.
Yeah, you can roll it. You can try
Alright.
and teach a horse to dance. Sure.
All right,
Try it. Why not?
I'm doing it. It's a 17.
Oh my god, you go and you look into that horse's eyes and somehow he understands and starts walking on the spot and he's just doing it.
And can he do like? Can he sort of do like a little spin while he walk, like a kind of a cute trotting, and then he'll like spin around, and then say into whatever kind of magical microphone or horn he can just be like,
James Baxter.
James Baxter.
Okay, that's what you can use your. Can you make sound with your illusion? I don't know. Okay, he says James Baxter
Yeah.
and does a little spin.
What is that
and,
horse's name? Whose horse is it?
It's my horse.
What's the horse's name?
The horse's name is Solomon Trundle.
Oh, okay. So, but he says James Baxter instead.
That's his catchphrase.
Yeah.
James Baxter.
That's a deep
Oh.
cut animation
Yeah.
Cal Arts reference from Adventure Time.
Yeah. Fucking really good episode though.
James
James
Baxter.
Baxter. The animation on him
is
was gorgeous.
Is what the horse says as Mr. Biggins leads you upstairs to 3.
In the interests, Eden, of your proper Dungeons and Dragons, I don't know that I've ever explained how to do short rests, long rests. Do you guys know how to do them?
Okay.
No, because Dave's never explained
Do you know
it.
how to, do you know how to do how to like allocate hit dice? Because I've done mine.
I know
I'm
how
back
to.
9.
I mean, I know how to do it, but I don't know how to do it on here.
So all you got to do is click the campfire button. And go
Ah.
short
For those
rest.
of you at
Beautiful.
home,
Pick as many
a short
dice as
rest
you want.
is
Do you have any
different
healing to
from
do?
a long rest.
No.
A
Then
short
don't
rest
untick
only
anything,
takes
just
an
take a
hour,
rest.
Okay.
and
So it just automatically
the-
apply with.
It'll do. If you want healing, you'll need to spend your hit dice, and you've got a number of boxes that you can tick, and you'll replenish half those boxes every time you get
Take
a
Is that
long
short
rest.
giving me
rest.
any spells
But don't
back?
take the box unless you want the healing.
It doesn't
I
even
do,
fucking
I
give
need
me
it.
any spells back.
It does give you spells that
Well,
you
it
would
didn't.
get in warlock spells that were like would come back on a short rest, but your spells as a bard come back on a long rest.
So
It's
you
not my fault.
probably
Not my
get your you get your bardic inspirations back. Yes,
Yeah.
some things you get
They've
back
still
on a
got
short
one
rest.
left over though, because remember I did a good song about
give me
the
any
greasy
points.
a
It was
ferret.
a great song.
Greasy
it was a
weasel.
great song. A
So they
greasy
still have
weasel.
that. You guys don't forget you've got inspiration.
The greasy cheese weasel, and he shows you to the bath house out the back, and he says, "Oh, you can clean yourselves up. The people are very. That James Baxter bit is really doing hot stuff in the bar. People, oatmeal sales are up. You guys are really turning my life around. It's too bad you'll all be dead soon, but
No,
it's nice to
Hey, excuse me,
to
what?
be with people. What?
But why will we all be dead?
I don't.
Well,
I mean,
you'll leave. What? Who?
Again, I think that you. I don't think that you understand that when people leave your field of vision, they don't become deceased immediately. You see.
That's what you bloody say. When will you come back? How will I know?
We came back from your cellar.
No, I just don't think you have any
That is
I'm
object
still
of
in my room, and
permanence.
he's like, "Your friend's dead."
People have just, they may have just moved on. They don't need to come back and check in with you. You understand, we may not die.
But you might.
Look, we all might
All
die,
right.
but you might die as well. You could already be dead. This could be.
I
your
don't think so.
afterlife.
Not me. No, thank you very much. Not interested.
Well, it makes
He's
you
not very good with existential terror of any volume.
What was this fucking dissertation I was supposed to do? I don't remember what I was meant to be
I think you
talking
just
about.
promised to give a performance.
Oh.
But what kind of bard are you again? What's your are you mime,
Gnome.
song, sex wizardry,
I got a bunch of drums.
drums? Right.
Got a
Yeah.
bunch of drums.
It's Blue Man Group.
It's
It's a fantasy world, so they don't have a name for it, but it's
Yeah.
basically Blue
It's
Man
Blue
Group.
Man Group.
You
It's
come down
basically
and you're
Blue
painted
Man
blue, and you're like, I'm ready for my dissertation.
It's like it's sort of Blue Man Group mixed with like Tap Dogs.
And a little Lord of the Dance, just a little bit.
And the Crusty
That-
Demons are there. Everybody from the Eastern
Crusty
Show.
demon.
Yeah.
And the woodchop.
And the Trochosaurus.
And the pig race.
And just ducks
And the
going down the
showbag
fly.
pavilion.
It's basically
Yay!
it's basically the Royal Easter Show. You're
Yeah.
the College of the Royal Easter
Yeah.
Show.
That's great. Okay, so you take a little rest. you clean yourselves up, and
You need a
as
birdie
Jonathan
beetle.
as Jonathan Tasteley steps back into the bar, there is a hush, and heavy footsteps. Heavy as Jonathan Tasteley's footsteps can be on the wooden boards, as he moves towards the stage, and instinctively, Solomon the
Why are you
pony
making
moves
me do
aside.
this? This is so
Jonathan-
unfair.
James Baxter.
James
Solomon
Baxter.
the pony says his final James Baxter, and
Baxter.
moves aside.
I don't know what kind of performance
And
is
there
it
is
meant
a
to
hush.
be.
Shut up, everyone!
comes
Shut up!
Oh
over
my
the bar.
god,
My
this is so
gnome
mean.
is about to blow your
This
freaking
is
mind.
genuinely so mean because you guys are all improvisers and I'm a lowly stand-up
Dun,
comedian.
dun, 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 dun.
Find out.
No.
Find out what will Jonathan Tasteley do for his dissertation. Find out next time on the adventures of Highstrider, Tasteley, and Hedge.